finally, we've got actual NASCAR 25 gameplay, and some of these silly season rumors are pretty wacky. How's it going, y'all? My name is Eric. Welcome to Out of the Groove, presented by Tableau TV by Once Watch Forever. At long last, we've got gameplay for the new NASCAR 25 video game releasing October 14th for consoles, then roughly a month later for PC. Driver Anthony Alfredo got to make some laps on an Xbox controller with iRacing developer Matt Lewis peering over his shoulder. I'll put a link to the full video down in the description below. There are also other creators releasing different POVs this afternoon, but just hitting on a few highlights. Alfredo began with an Xfinity Series race at Homestead. Apparently he had very few driving assists on during this race. You can see here on lap 1, he gets wicked loose off of turn 4. Very sideways, but the car doesn't spin out. That's fine with me. I mean, you're expected to play this game with a controller. I don't expect the car to be as unstable as it is on iRacing official. Maybe if he turned all the assists off, yeah, this is a wreck right here. But yeah, I like that the difficulty, the feel is so customizable. Another thing that stood out to me, the very next corner, Alfredo enters really shallow, drifts up the track. The AI there kind of like reacts, gets out of the way. Maybe some people would prefer the AI not cut the driver a break for making a mistake there, but to me that just shows the AI isn't stuck on rails, which I feel like was kind of an issue, at least with Ignition. Fast forwarding a bit, Alfredo also made some laps at Richmond in a Cup Series car. Car looked really tight. Maybe Alfredo was just consistently overdriving it. I mean, he is playing this on a controller, which I'm sure is not what he's used to. Look, we can talk about these clips here, but it's very difficult to judge the feel and the physics without having physically felt the game myself. It passes the eye test, at least. I mean, watching these clips, the lighting, the colors look incredible. The lens flare at Richmond at sunset, that looks superb. I will say, watching these clips made me want to play a NASCAR video game again. It's been literally years since I played Ignition or any of the Heat games. This created an itch that I want to scratch. Overall, this looks nice. I'm cautiously optimistic. This is the console game NASCAR fans have been waiting for over a decade at this point. One small nitpick, and I didn't notice this as much watching the Anthony Alfredo gameplay, but some of the other gameplay I've seen, the spotter audio. It works, it's functional. I think it's TJ Majors doing the voice, but it's AI generated, or I should say they took TJ Majors' voice sample and created like a text-to-speech bot. And some of these clips, I can't unhear that.
Buddy, you know what this car can do. Go prove it now. All right, nice and smooth here. Let's see what this thing can do. Crank it up now, time to go.
Very small nitpick. I just bring it up because I don't understand why they couldn't spend an afternoon with TJ Majors recording actual lines. It's not like spotters have that much to say. And I want to be clear, I'm not coming after them for using AI. I'm sure TJ Majors was compensated for the use of his likeness. I'm just pointing out, like, why was that necessary? Because in some of those clips, it kind of takes me out of the moment just a little bit. Very minor thing. Overall, passes the eye test. Excited to see more details, more gameplay leading up to launch next month. Let me know down below what your excitement level is at for NASCAR 25, iRacing's first NASCAR console release. Let me know what you're thinking down in the comment section below. Moving on to the real racing world. I haven't done this in a while, and it's frankly kind of a slow news week, so let's talk about some of the recent silly season rumors and rumblings, mainly focused on the truck and Xfinity, soon to be O'Reilly Auto Parts series. First up, this one's not a rumor. Rajah Caruth just confirmed he will make an Xfinity series start at Kansas here in a couple weeks for Hendrick Motorsports. It'll be the third Xfinity start this season for the 23-year-old. His other two came with Jordan Anderson Racing. This will be Rajah's first Hendrick Motorsports opportunity since the 2023 Phoenix Finale Xfinity race where he finished 14th. This is a great opportunity for Rajah. He's had a solid Truck Series season. He won at Nashville, made the playoffs, is above the cut line right now in a decent position to advance to the round of 8. It's been a good year. I wouldn't say it's been the leap from year 1 to year 2 that many of us were hoping for, but that's why this opportunity at Kansas is a big opportunity for Rajah Caruth. Hendrick Motorsports is the team, and on Fridays and Saturdays, there are 2 development drivers rocking the Hendrick branding, Rajah and 19-year-old Corey Day. The 2 could not be more opposite. Corey Day, West Coast kid from California. Rajah's from Washington, D.C. Day, dirt racer. Rajah, more of a pavement background. Corey Day has raced against Kyle Larson and has gotten more opportunities with Hendrick Motorsports this season. In the number 17 car, Day has made 7 Xfinity starts this year. He has 1 top 10 finish and a 17th place average. Look, Hendrick may have already decided who's number 1 in their driver development depth chart. The fact that Day, despite being younger with less NASCAR experience, has gotten more Xfinity opportunities suggests to me right now he's the guy. But that's why next weekend at Kansas is a huge opportunity for Rajah to make his case. Again, maybe Hendrick already knows what they're doing next year. Maybe they've already decided Corey Day will drive full-time in the Xfinity Series, and there's not much anyone else can do about it. But in my opinion, Corey Day has not been very impressive this season. I think he's been fine for a young, part-time driver, but he's not blown anyone away. Rajah Caruth is a little older, more NASCAR experience. If he can go to Kansas, a place he's been to many times, and run top 10, that's a great opportunity for Rajah to maybe reshuffle Hendrick's driver development plan for 2026 and or beyond. I'm not trying to dismiss Corey Day. I know he's young. I think his ceiling is up here. I'm just pointing out right now, is he better than Rajah? I'm not so sure. That's why Kansas, great opportunity for Caruth to, again, make his case. That's the way I see it, at least. Now to some rumors. There's been chatter on social media recently about who is going to drive for Kaulig for Ram trucks in the Craftsman Truck Series next season. We know that the official Ram Kaulig announcement happened at a Ram dealership owned by driver Daniel Dye's father. So many are linking Daniel Dye to this Truck Series team, which makes a ton of sense. Then Cup Series spotter Freddie Kraft mentioned that Brendan Queen, Butterbean, could be a candidate for a Kaulig Ram seat. Then today I see a bunch of folks reacting to a post from a popular Rumors Instagram account, NASCAR Rumors Nostalgia. Their post name drops Dye, Butterbean, also Cletus McFarland and Tony Breidinger. Those are names, and I believe it. Remember that report a few months ago, earlier this summer, from Sports Business Journal, that Ram was working on like a reality TV series to audition their next drivers? I mean, Cletus McFarland is a content king, and Tony Breidinger, say what you will about her driving, she's a tremendous influencer. So I know this is just a rumor from an Instagram page, but I mean, it makes sense to me on paper. I'd buy it. It's fun to talk about this hypothetical Kaulig Ram trucks lineup. You know, Daniel Dye, he's fine. Didn't blow me away in trucks the last couple of years. Hasn't blown me away in Xfinity by any means, but okay, he's all right. Cletus McFarland in a Ram truck would be fascinating. Not the first time we've heard this rumored. He said after Bristol that he wants to be back next year. He plans to race again in 2026. I imagine he's talking part-time. I don't watch all of his videos, but I know Cletus has a really good thing going in the content creation space, big events, etc. I can't imagine he would be willing to put a lot of that off to the side to pursue a full-time 25 truck race schedule next year. Maybe he would. It would be epic. It would be crazy, but part-time trucks, that's more realistic to me, and that would be fun in itself. Definitely a steep learning curve, however. And then there's Tony Breidinger. She has a great management team. You know, Victoria's Secret, Raising Cane's, Dave and Buster's. She's brought massive brands into the sport that otherwise really don't touch racing at all. She's mastered that part of the business. Great social engagement. But when it comes to her performance on the track, she's not very good. I mean, I think we have enough evidence to say that definitively. She is last in Truck Series points right now of full-time Truck Series drivers, despite racing for Tricon Garage. Her trucks come out of the same building Corey Haim's trucks come out of, and she's almost a full race behind Spencer Boyd in the points. I get that content is king, media exposure is very important, but looking at this hypothetical driver lineup. It's Daniel Dye, not moving the needle. Cletus McFarland, fun, likely part-time, steep learning curve. And Tony Breidinger, you're not going to be competitive on the racetrack. Brendan Queen, Butterbean, would have to be their anchor. Kind of like Corey Heim is Tricon's anchor right now, frankly. Brendan Queen's legit. He's shown us enough in the car store, late models, in his truck and ARCA starts thus far. He is legit. You put him in a good truck, he'll battle wheel to wheel with Lane Riggs, Chandler Smith, Ty Majeski, Caden Honeycutt. He's good. Ram needs a guy like him to anchor this hypothetical team, because without Brendan Queen, you take Brendan Queen out of this equation and just leave the other three, this looks like a reality TV show. I love that Ram is back in the sport, but I gotta admit, between the CEO not knowing about charters, to their sudden 180-degree flip in branding, to the reality TV show rumors, I hope they have a long-term, well-thought-out, competitive strategy. I'm sure they do, or at least I'm sure they have a vision. But right now, it kind of just feels like they're trying to hop on the bandwagon. They see this as like a fad, maybe a short-term win, but long-term, who knows? I mean, remember, the last time Dodge was in the Cup Series, it was like a 12, 13-year run, and then they left. So I hope whatever Stellantis, whatever Ram, whatever Dodge, whatever their strategy is now, I hope they have a clear long-term vision. A team led by Brendan Queen, to me, is legit. But if he's not in the equation, yeah, it sounds more like a reality TV show, which can be fun, but I don't want to see reality TV dominate what's still supposed to be a professional competitive sports league. We'll see what happens. Leave a comment down below. How will Ram perform in their first truck season back in 2026? And what do you think their driver lineup will look like? Let me know. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe for more NASCAR content, commentary, news, rumors, race reactions, and so much more. Really appreciate your support each and every month. Posted my New Hampshire preview earlier today. Head to my channel. You can check that video out. Lots more to come later this week. Thanks for tuning in, folks. I'll see you again real soon.